February 28, 1966, the Supreme Court of the United States is a very noisy place.
Ernest Miranda, petitioner versus Arizona.
The Supreme Court that we're listening to is the very famous Warren Court, and John J. Flynn, attorney for Ernesto Miranda, is about to present his argument to the Warren Court on how his client, an immigrant, did not understand his legal rights, which resulted in Miranda confessing to the crime verbally in just 2 hours.
Facts in the case indicate that the defendant was a 23-year-old Spanish-American extraction, that on the morning of March 13th, 1963, he was arrested at his home, taken down to the police station by two officers named Young and Cooley. That at the police station he was immediately placed in a lineup. He was there identified by the prosecutrix in this case, and later identified by the prosecutrix in the robbery case. And immediately after the interrogations, he was taken into the police confessional at approximately 11:30 a.m., and by 1:30 they had obtained from him an oral confession. The interrogation room described in the further history relating to this defendant found in the psychiatric examination would indicate that he had an 8th grade education.
Flynn finishes the statement by saying that Miranda had a prior conviction of burglary, but you notice that he brought up that Ernesto Miranda had an 8th grade education. Ever watched an interrogation online? Well, you'll notice that detectives, if they're smart, they ask the person they're interrogating, how far did you go in school? What was your favorite subject?
I believe that the record indicates that at no time during the interrogation and prior to his confession, his oral confession, was he advised either of his rights to remain silent, of his right to counsel, or of his right to consult with counsel. Nor indeed was such the practice in Arizona at that time as admitted by the officers in their testimony.
Listen to and read along if you want the pre-typed confession written by Arizona police, and you tell me if somebody with an 8th grade education understood what the police wrote.
The form handed to him to write on contained a typed statement as follows, which precedes his handwritten confession. I, Ernest A. Miranda, do hereby swear that I make this statement voluntarily and of my own free will.
Miranda would die how he lived. He was in a pool hall. He got into an argument over a $2 pool game. He was stabbed to death, and he bled out on the pool table, which has become kind of a historic item in the state of Arizona. But that was after he was retried for kidnapping and rape and convicted again.